Anti-Afro Svengalis, I wanted to come on here to give this brief introduction before I play this video. We have people here in these YouTube streets who continue to attack children. I'm not responsible. If someone goes off and decides to start issuing attacks on children, that's never sanctioned by me, and I will not associate with that individual. So there's no way in hell that I have ever been involved and never would be involved with anybody attacking anyone's children. So this continues to go on. It makes no difference whose children we're talking about. And what I find the most appalling is that people in these YouTube streets would love to pretend this has not been going on for quite some time. It has been. And the disgusting, most reprehensible part about all this is older folks, 10 to 30 plus years older, supporting the most prolific attacker of children and families in these YouTube streets. No one can order someone to do something, but if you're paying somebody to do what they are doing, you have a hand, you have a role, you have a primary role in the process. It's called conspiracy. You funding people who are perpetrating criminal acts upon minors, you are just as guilty. What I find to be vile and wicked is any person who rocks with anybody who they know good and damn well has attacked other people's children. You're a bunch of hypocrites sliding up into these people's live streams, starting trouble. And you support the very people who are attacking the host and the host family. We've seen this before. Binary castaway leads the charge, and you have the other prolific actor of attacking families and children, and you have a contraband person who was just as guilty. You have other players, but those who actually carried it out, and those of you who have paid for it to be done, it doesn't matter whose children you've done it to. If you've done it to one child, you've done it to all. You can't say a damn thing. I don't know how these people put their heads on a pillow. And when innocent people show up in a chat where they are, because everybody knows the host, it's the guilty parties who start shit with the innocent people who are not saying a word to them. Guilty conscience. Now I'm going to play clips of a video from Breaking the Culture of Silence. She's going to tell you what went down. So be sure not to touch that dial after you hear buyer beware.
Good morning. I have a conversation with you guys about some things that are going on last weekend that a lot of you guys don't know about because I actually didn't say anything. And this is actually the only time that I'm going to say anything about what happened. But I had an incident happen last weekend. We had some major problems, and I figured I'd let you guys know what was going on a little bit. I won't really go too deeply into detail because I'm not allowed to, because I did obtain an attorney. But as you guys know, Shout Into the Void had happened. We all hung out for the weekend, whatever. Monday, it was like Monday around like 6 p.m. I get a knock at the door, and it is Child Protective Services. Someone had called Child Protective Services. I'm not going to say who the person was that called because I'm not allowed to, but I can just tell you guys what happened. They said that they got a call from someone stating that my child's arm was broken, I was a drug addict, and that I was abusing my kids, and like all this wild shit. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, whatever, come in. So they come in, they end up, talking to me or whatever. Kids weren't even home yet because they were doing something else. So the next day they go to my children's school and they talk to my kids at school, and they asked one of the children if they knew. They named a couple names, and two of the names that were named were people from YouTube, people that have been stalking me and harassing me for the last I don't really say much, so a lot of you guys probably don't even know that there's been a YouTuber that have been actively stalking me. Like, actively stalking me. I kind of told you guys a little bit about it with another one of the YouTubers where she had called CPS on me. She was swatting me. And this other YouTuber was party to that. They were a part of the swatting, the false flagging to CPS, the threats that were being made, bullets being spit out of people's mouths, threatening me, threatening other YouTubers. One of them has a judgment against them for doing something similar to another YouTuber. They speak to me in school, they spoke to the doctors, they spoke to everybody. It looks like I'm being flagged. The whole shebang or whatever. So I ended up going to the police. I told the police what was going on. I let them know, I showed them the police reports that I had filed previously, showed them police reports I filed in the two-party states as well as my state. And the police were just like, you know what, it's time to get a lawyer. Like, you need to get a lawyer. You need to get on top of this because at this point, this person is dangerous. They made a couple calls. The CPS lady actually spoke to the police, when she was there, she spoke to the police, they had a conversation and, she basically, because the cops asked me, like, how did I know? And I told them, like, well, they said the names to my children. And, the CPS lady confirmed it and was like, she couldn't tell me legally, but because she had to ask the minor children, and she did say the name because she had to, it was the law. Because that's how New York get down. They, they gotta ask the kids, if they even know the people. And, the CPS lady ended up vouching for me to the police and was like, actually, yes, this is who called. This is what they said, blah, blah, blah. So what do you want to do? And so she's like, let me talk to my supervisor. She talks to the supervisor. The weekend passes and things. Yesterday, I went down to try to go get a no contact order, and I was granted one against one of the people, which they'll be getting served soon. And then the lawyers are working on the criminal charges, trying to get the criminal charges filed. But I'm pretty much letting you guys know this because I know that a lot of times women, we are stalked and harassed by men, and sometimes other women, and we are abused. And we are expected to just stay silent. We're expected to just deal with it, and we're supposed to live in fear. This person has literally tried to affect me in every way possible, and it's not okay. And I'm just glad that, the police in my neighborhood, they know what's going on. The chief knows what's going on. I now have an attorney. They know what's going on. And now the courts also know. Superior Court knows because I had to go to Superior Court for the no contact order. But it's really sad that it took 3 years because I've been asking for help for 2. And it took for this last incident for me to get help. And I just want you guys to know, like, don't give up. Like, if someone is stalking you and if someone is harassing you and someone is, like, literally trying to come for you and your family, you document everything. Document, 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 document. That is the one thing that I did right, that they told me. They said that, I was very smart to document every single incident. I was smart to pull every single video. I was smart to keep a notebook. I actually keep a notebook of every time my name is mentioned, like literally, like I document everything. I have 2 years worth of documentation. And luckily, because it's still been going on, I didn't run into the issue with the statute of limitations being as though it started 2 years ago. But because this has been an ongoing thing, yeah. And then I now have other YouTubers, stalking me, harassing me, bothering me online. But this person really just did the most. Tried to literally destroy my family, tried to have my children removed from my home, tried to use the fact that I was a previous foster child against me to try to enter me and my children back into the system. But I didn't let it deter me because I knew that I wasn't doing anything wrong. I knew that I wasn't engaging this person. I knew that I had done nothing to this person. I knew that I wasn't doing anything bad in my personal life. I do work. I do, take care of my kids. I do, have a lot going on. and to have to deal with this type of stuff, it's not okay. And I just want you guys to know that, you know, a lot of times the courts does move slowly. A lot of times it does take for you to file and file and file and file to get help, but you can't get help, and you will get help. Just stay persistent. Don't give up. Document everything. Do not engage them. Do not encourage their behavior, and stay quiet about it. Like, I know that it's hard, because for me, it has been so hard to not respond to the things that has been going on. But I knew that the moment that I engaged, I no longer had a case. But after they reviewed everything, they were just like, we're going to help you, because this is absurd. And especially for what the person does for a living and where they work at, it just makes it even more deplorable and disgusting, because this person is in a position where this person should be protecting people, not hurting people, not using, like, people are abusing their power. They're abusing their position to hurt other people, and it's not okay. And I'm not going to keep sitting by and being a victim. Like, it got to the point to where, like, I let the prosecutor know, like, I'm not going to continue to be a victim. I'm not going to continue to allow my family to be targeted, and for this person to keep, like, this person should not be walking the streets. Like, this person should not be in a position to hurt other people. And then to attack minor children, like, that is disgusting. But what's the irony is that when other people would contact this person's family or this person's job or this person's whatever, they would go into an uproar. Oh, you're not supposed to do that. I can't believe you do that. That's disgusting. But then yet you turn around and attack minor children, like babies. Like, we're talking little kids, like little kids. We're talking elementary style. And, like, that's not okay. And I'm not going to allow my children to be targeted. I'm not going to allow my family to continue to be targeted. So I was just letting you guys know that I did get a small victory. I was able to get the no contact. I am able to get criminal charges, especially for the false CPS report. And then I am able to get aggravated harassment as well as menacing by stalking. And it was something else. I forgot what the other one was. It was the third one that they meant. Well, fourth. It was the fourth one that they mentioned. I just forgot what it was. But it will happen. It'll be a process. It might take some time, but yeah, I'm gonna fight. I'm going to definitely continue to stay quiet. I'm going to continue to allow them to do what they do. I'm not going to engage back and forth. I haven't been engaging. People can argue with themselves all day online when it comes to me. One thing I'm not is a bully. I'm not a stalker. I don't harass people. I would never attack someone's family, their children. Like, I don't do stuff like that. It's not my character. It's not who I am. And it's not something that I would ever do to another person. But I know that there are a lot of women that deal with this type of abuse, where they are being stalked, where they are being harassed, where they are being abused constantly, and they feel hopeless. And because I know that's how I felt. Like, I felt like this was something that I was never going to get help for. Like, I felt like this person was just going to continue and continue and continue until they hurt me or hurt someone in my family or, like, physically caused us harm. Like, I genuinely fear the fact that this person could just show up in front of my house and try to hurt me and my family. I don't know. They could be sitting outside my door and just shoot me. I don't know, because they've done it to another YouTuber. They went to someone's house, crossed state lines, things like that, you know? So clearly the person is unhinged. I don't know what the person will do. I don't know if they would try to hurt me or my children. I don't know if I'm in physical danger. I don't know. When you're spitting bullets out of your mouth and then saying you're next, you know, I'm terrified. I am. And I don't have a problem admitting that it terrifies me. It's scary. It's very, very scary. So, and I've never been in a situation like this to the point to where someone is literally falsely flagging me to CPS. Someone is swatting me to the police. Someone is posting my apartment on their coffee, someone is literally posting my building. Like, someone is showing people exactly where I live. Like, how dare you? Like, that is a complete evasion of privacy. But if someone does even the smallest thing to this person is freaking the fuck out. So I don't have a problem making it known that I am absolutely terrified of this person. I feel that this person will harm me. I feel that this person would harm my children. I feel that this person is dangerous, is a danger to society as well as self. And I made that very clear to the courts. I let the courts know how much I fear. Like, I'm scared to go outside my house because this person could be sitting in my yard. I'm scared to let my children play at the park because this person might try to grab one of them. Like, I'm fearful. I'm a bit like how Cardi B was absolutely terrified and depressed behind Tasha K. That's how I feel. I am absolutely terrified. And I made that known. Because it's not okay. It's not okay. And I just really, really want those of you who are experiencing things like this to know that you're not alone. Don't give up. Again, keep a record of everything. And I mean everything. Keep a very, very detailed record of everything. And never engage them. That is also key. Do not engage them. Do not go back and forth. Do not mention them. Do not make videos of them. Do not respond to anything. You respond with the police. You file a police report every single time. You go and you get yourself help. I'm going straight to the police. I'm going straight to the prosecutor. And I am getting help. It's that simple, because once you start doing all the other things, going back and forth, engaging them and stuff, they're not going to take you serious. The police will not take you serious. The courts will not take you serious. If you do not have a very detailed record of the things that they have been doing, if you do not have proof of the things that they have been doing, they won't help you. And when the lawyer went in front of the judge and presented all the facts, I was able to get it. I was just notified today that I have to go pick it up. I have to go there and get it and stuff. Which I will be doing at 1 o'clock. I'll be going to go pick it up. But I just want you guys to know that people stalking other people, falsely flagging people to CPS, swatting them, stalking their families, stalking their elderly members of their families, sending letters, sending emails, contacting family and friends. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not something that I participate in. It's not something that I have participated in. It's not something that I will participate in. And I think it's really sad that I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to this person outside of say that I will not participate in stalking another person. That's all I did wrong, according to this person. And me doing that warranted this person and that person's friends to start stalking me. One is a woman and two are men, and they have been blatantly stalking me. I'm just glad that we have captured everything, and I do thank you to everybody who has been sending me stuff and who has been notifying me of the stalking that I wasn't aware of. I wasn't even aware that my address had been posted. I wasn't aware, I had no clue, you know what I mean? I had no clue that this person was even doing this stuff because I don't watch the person. So I had no clue that bullets were being spit out of the person's mouth. I had no clue that, I had no clue. I had no clue that this person was doing this to me. You know what I mean? I had no clue that I was being stalked at this extent. I had no clue. I had no clue that my address was full blown on the internet for people to just go find willy-nilly. I had no clue that this person was spitting bullets out of their mouth, saying that that I was next by name. I had no clue that this person was saying that they wouldn't stop until I disappeared. I had no clue that this person was swatting me. I had no clue that this person was the person that was actually calling CPS on me, lying to them, my children being terrorized. We don't live like this. Regardless of what people says about me, I don't live like this. And to have someone call the CPS on me last week and say that I broke my daughter's arm when clearly her arm wasn't broken, and to say that I was on drugs when it's so simple to take a drug test. You think I can, what? And to say that I'm abusing my kids, and to say that my home is dirty. Are you serious? Like, I'm just glad though that God, because it was crazy, y'all, because when I tell y'all, God literally looks out for him. It's like, I was never even supposed to know who made that call. I was never supposed to know. But they asked my child, and my child immediately, like, asked me, like, Mommy, who's this person? Why do they want to hurt us? And for my baby to say that to me, that broke my heart, you know? But I'm just glad that things worked out the way that they did, because this was the time that I was able to finally get help. And this all started during the pandemic. So like during the pandemic, they weren't really trying to help anybody. And it was like a bunch of us trying to get help against this one person. And nobody would help us, dead ass. The cops wouldn't help. Nobody would help. Like we just really could not get help. But now I was able to get help. I was able to get the no contact. I'm able to get the criminal charges done. They told me, you know, it's not going to be overnight. Just stay patient. Don't engage. Continue to document. But I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on, because I had been hearing things online. People have been making speculations and things like that. So I just wanted to let you guys know that what was going on, and what it was that really happened. What really happened is that there's a group of people. Some of you guys are friends with one of the parties. Her and her party have been literally stalking me and my family, to the point to where I now have finally been able to get the police involved, and I now finally am able to get the help that I need, and I'm able to invoke the power of the courts for criminal charges, especially because of what one of the people does. Like my lawyer was like, "You're bullshit," and like they do not work here. And I was like, "This is alleged, but yes." My lawyer about had a meltdown. She was like, "You're what?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then when they were able to verify it, they ran my ass straight to that courtroom, right to the judge. So just know, guys, you can get help. You can get, just stay consistent. Just stay consistent in not engaging. Stay consistent in documenting everything. Stay consistent in protecting your family. Create a safety plan. That was something that I did with CPS, as well as the courts. You know, you create yourself a safety plan. You make sure that you stay aware of your surroundings. You know, contact your local law enforcement. They will help you. Like, you know, if you ain't got nothing going on and stuff like that, they will help you. They will, you know, make sure that you get the help that you need. It may take a while and you may get a lot of pushback, but just keep fighting, because I've been fighting for 2 years, y'all, and for things to even, and it just makes me angry that it makes me so angry that it took 2 years for me to get any type of help. It's sad that a lot of times people don't get help until it's too late. I was like, what is it gonna take for me to, like, for this person to air me out in the street? Like, is it gonna take for y'all picking my body up off the ground for you guys to realize that I'm serious about the extent of what this person is doing? Like, what is it gonna take? Y'all gonna come to me and my baby's gonna be laying in my arms because this person harmed them? You know what I mean? And that's when they were just like, okay, something's not right. What the fuck is going on? Of course, they attack children because they realized they would get an emotional reaction from the parent. They aim to hurt. Document every incident is absolutely key. It is. You really, really have to. Thank you, Rev G, for standing with me. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's just certain stuff I just wouldn't do to people. I just wanted to let you guys know that, literally, guys, just know that if anything like this is happening to you, definitely get a lawyer, definitely contact your police, definitely, you know, go to your superior court if you need to. Ask to speak to a judge, because that was something that I never knew. And I don't know if that's just like a New York thing or what, but you are actually allowed to speak to the judge. The CPS worker was actually really, really kind. I told her what was going on, and she was the one that was like, let me get in touch with the courts for you and see what I can do to help you. And because she saw what was going on, and she's seen like what type of shit was really going down. And she got me in touch with one of the clerks, and the clerk was like, yo, like, you know, you can always talk to the judge, da 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 da. So I asked the lawyer to go with me. I ended up hiring a lawyer, asked him to come with me, and I was able to see the judge, and the judge heard me out. I had to go in and like pull up a whole bunch of stuff. It just sucks that I even have to deal with this and go through this, because I really don't bother anybody. I'm not out here bullying on people. I'm not out here harassing nobody. Anything I do or say is usually 9 out of 10 times it's in response to things that are done or said to me. But even still, I've been chilling. I've been minding my business. I haven't been bothering anybody. I just been chilling. And to try to attack me and my family in this manner, like, I'm not with the shits. But it's just good to know that you can get help. Like, it may take a long ass time, but you can. And I feel like that's another thing that these predators do. They know, especially when they know the system, they know how hard it can be to get help, and they bank on the fact that they're going to exhaust their prey. And that's what it is. They want to exhaust their prey. You have to document everything. Just make sure you do that. But other than that, I hope everybody has an awesome day today. Stay up, create a safety plan for you and your family if you need to. And other than that, guys, I am out. I will see you guys later. Have a blessed day, y'all.